Hi. Hello. How are you, Amanda? SEINT artist. We're going to do her makeup. I'm having a great day because my girlfriend's in town and we've been best friends since the day we met at the bus stop in 5th grade. I was the new girl and oh God, we became best friends immediately, and it's been over 20 years and she's moved away. I'm still here and she's in town. And so we got to see each other yesterday, and today turned into this amazingly beautiful day. And so we're gonna go, and I was like, you know what? I don't wanna go out to eat. Cancel dinner reservations at restaurants. We're cooking at home. You're coming to my house and we're gonna sit on the deck in the heat and we're gonna love it, or we'll be inside. But anyways, I'm so excited, but it's hot. And on the Oregon coast, when it hits hot in May, you take advantage of it. And so it's 80 degrees. It's probably going to be 90. I'm going to be on the deck having some, what are we doing? Spritzers. We're doing spritzers. So I'm going to be using my Super Goop. And I thought, you know what? While I put on my makeup, why don't we talk about why I do what I do and the things that I do when I'm going to be in the heat. So first things first, SPF moisturizer. I've done my skincare and I use Super Goop every single face watery lotion. I don't use a ton, but I do want some skincare for the sun on my skin. And so I will put on just a little bit and moisturize my face. I tap it, I don't know, old habits, but I tap it, put it on my forehead, and I kind of focus it on, I put big giant shades on, but I get my forehead, I get my cheeks and my face because, you know, I'm gonna be in the sun. I've got the hyperpigmentation. There's nothing I can do about it, but I also do my makeup differently. I'm gonna bring it down the neck. Now keep in mind when you're putting SPF on your face, because you're gonna be at a winery, you're gonna be at a barbecue, you're gonna be at whatever it is outside at the beach, and you wanna put makeup on, you're supposed to reapply this every 2 hours. If you're wearing makeup, you can't put this on in 2 hours because you'll ruin the makeup. So here's the thing I like. You're gonna forget. It happens. It's okay. We're human. Okay? We're human. Our makeup, SEINT makeup, cream base, 3D, super pigmented, has titanium dioxide, which works as a natural sunblock, so your face will not burn. You've got this on, you've got some extra coverage, so if you have dry skin, go get the Super Goop resetting spray. You could put it in your purse, spray your face to reset it every 2 hours, or you can do what I do because I'm oily and I use Super Goop resetting powder. I will set my face with this at the end, but I keep this with me in my purse or close to me so I can reset every 2 hours with it. So here we go. We're gonna do the makeup. I've put the lotion on. It does feel greasy. That is SPF lotion. Sorry, that everyone I've ever used, it feels greasy. Anyways, I'm taking my Milk Hydro Grip, and I'm also gonna put this on. So the key for me is if it goes on like butter and it's cream, I mean, it melts. If it goes on like butter, it might melt like butter. So here's what I like. My same palette I use with all my tutorials is my makeup for today. It's more the brush you need to think about. It's not the makeup you're using, but I do go on a lighter coverage, and I'm going to be using my contour as my bronzer. So I'm actually gonna switch out my typical usual cedar, and I am going to take cedar out, and I am going to grab, because I didn't think about this ahead of time, I'm doing more of a bronzer because of the density, okay? So we're gonna go in here and we're gonna grab the contour color Stone right here. All right, a lot of people like it when I swatch. So here is cedar. Okay, nice and dense. That's why I like these. Okay, so we got cedar here, and then I got Stone right here. They're not a huge jump, but Stone is a touch warmer. A touch. Like, does it matter? Probably not, but do I want to? Yes, I do. And I really like using Stone as my contour and my bronzer because I'm going to be doing a lighter coverage. I'm going to be using the blush and bronzer brush because I have a tendency to over apply because I'm a full coverage girl. This is a very common problem with people switching from traditional makeup to SEINT because we're so used to needing so much to cover our stuff. For full coverage girls, for us girls with stuff, so you're gonna put on too much. I know it's been a long time, I haven't even started. So I'm gonna start with my blend brush as always. I'm going to go into Aspen and I'm gonna go over my scarring like I always do, and I am going to probably bring this up a little higher than I need to and a little lower than I need to for the density, okay? because I'm gonna go light coverage, but I want my makeup to stay because again, if it goes on like butter, it melts like butter. So I take that into account. And so I'm putting this on and I'm really focusing more on density. I love when I get into my summer color because if I'm gonna be in the sun, I typically use walnut contour as my main highlight instead of hazel. Because of the density, and I could put again less on and it stays put better. So I'm taking some more Aspen and I'm just getting my problem areas, and for me it's my chin. It's red, but I'm a face toucher. Keep that in mind. If you're a face toucher, your makeup's gonna move. It's makeup, not magic. Remember, you're a face toucher and take that into account. So I'm a face toucher and my chin always. All right, I've got some redness right here. I'm just wanting the most out of my makeup, all right? The most out of my makeup. So I'm going to go in and I am going to skip Suede lip liner, all right? I'm going to do my under eyes, grab my balm, put it on. Under eyes always stay the same. I have sunglasses on and they're big black ones because I really want to save the eyes, all right? I'm going to use Demi because it's less product. So I'm grabbing a Demi brush. I'm going to grab my spot brush with that little pointy end. We're going to go into Y01 and I'm going to correct. So if I'm going to be in the sun, I want to have the least amount of makeup on my face, and it might take a little longer to do Demi, but I feel like Frenchie won't have the staying power that my Demi will under my eyes. A little red mark from wearing glasses earlier. Bing, bang, boom. Not that I'm just going to stick glasses on my face. Get that trough. And then we tap it up, out, get that dark spot. I get this real nice dark spot right there. And then I'm going to go into 03. I'm just going to use the fluffy brush because it's quick. And I'm just going to clean up. All right. And then I can go on and I'm going to do my makeup. So we're going to be using blush and bronzer brush. Now, I'm not going to use Bella and I'm not going to use Suede today because, again, I want the most out of my makeup. Okay, and so using this, I'm going to take the fluffy end and I'm going to really go in to Stone. Stone is a really nice, cool tone, but it has warmth to it, a subtle warmth. It's just so good. And we're going to build, and I'm just going to use this fluffy end, and I'm not contouring, I'm brontouring, which means I'm going into my hollow, but I'm also going around. And this does give me coverage and I build up. But you see how it's making almost that bronzer. I go on my cheekbone, around my cheekbone. It's basically the bronzer method. I've done this tutorial before and I love this method for summer, for heat. If you're in Palm Springs, if you're at the golf course, if you're at wherever you go where it's hot, try Stone. It's a really great, if you're fair toned and you haven't hit that summer shade yet, try it, okay? It doesn't have that red undertone, so it's not going to pull that hyperpigmentation. And I'm bringing this down and around, and I should have just pulled my hair back. It's not like I'm not going to anyways later. And I'm bringing it down and around. And again, just like I put it, I always do my contour, and then I go down bronzer and up high bronzer. I'm putting it in those two places together, same color, and it's just gonna still give me that structure I like, and I could use my main highlight if I want to. It's good, okay? It's good. All right, now I can go in and I'm gonna start adding some colors, but I'm gonna be using, do I want this brush? I might even just use the blend brush. I'm gonna go into my main highlight. I'm just doing the least amount of makeup. I'm not gonna be putting on a whole lot. I'm just really wanting to chisel here. So we grab that main and we can chisel that color out and it gives you that look. And then I'm balancing the skin tone here, stippling it to my chin, grabbing some more. I'm Athens right now. Hopefully by tomorrow, I might be Sandy. I don't know. If the gods are in my favor, I'm gonna bring my main highlight up under my eye. I'm not even gonna do brightening because when I get hot, I sweat and I'm just not even gonna use a ton of brightening today. It's really okay. This is just how I handle my makeup because when you don't see your girlfriend for a long time, I haven't seen her in 7 years, you wanna look your best. So I'm trying to go light. She's also a makeup girl. She's a Chanel girl. She worked for Chanel for over 10 years. I always loved her visits because I always got Chanel, but now she's a jewelry designer and she made me these earrings when we were in middle school. I remember 6th and 7th grade. She and I lived in the same neighborhood, best thing ever, and we used to meet at this church lawn, which was just between our two houses. and we would bead together. It was awesome. Okay, I am going to use my fingers. I'm going into stone, and we're gonna go right here. And so it's just kind of full circle. When she comes in, she brings me beaded earrings. She also made me this really cute bracelet. She's not rich. She's going to be creating a shop. She's a bit of a perfectionist, and it's not ready, she said. And I said, girl, it's never gonna be ready. It's never gonna be ready. But I love this. I just love it. And so we're gonna hang out today, but it's gonna be hot. So I put my contour on. Now I'm just blending it out. I'm gonna grab some and I'm just gonna go right in the middle of my nose, just like that. I'm gonna add until we're happy. I just want to add until I'm happy. My nose is, again, the hardest place for me to contour. I am going to use some brightening on my pinky, and I'm just going to go right down the middle here. Right down the middle. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to show just a touch and just get a little touch of brightness right here. Just a touch, and it's over my main highlight. But I just am trying to do just a nice light coverage of makeup. Nothing crazy. Do I have something in my hair? I do. Where is it? Where are you? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Curls, man. It's a curl hair problem. All right. So this is essentially it. We just need to add a little bit of blush. I'm not going to go wild. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm going to use Rosewood because I feel like it's bronzy and I don't want a whole lot. So I'm just going to take that. I'm going to pop that up here. Bring it down. And we're just going nice and subtle because, again, it goes on like butter, it melts like butter. This is very similar to what I do when I'm poolside because I do wear my makeup by the pool. And if you do, we can be friends. If you think it's weird, don't sit with me. Or sit with me, but don't judge me. Okay, so I'm just popping this on, bringing this around. I am going to grab my blend brush, I think. Where'd I put it? Did I throw it in here? I thought I did. Did I throw it in here? Look at me. I'm excited, so I'm a mess. But I'm just gonna take my empty brush and I'm just gonna lighten right here and tap. Because that demi does do so much, and then I added that main highlight. This really just is not a lot of makeup. It's just making it light so that my skin is balanced. I feel like myself. Yeah, grabbing a little bit of Frenchie for my scarring. Again, I am who I am. But it's a very light coverage. You could just go over it with this fluffy brush, blend it down, pick up the excess, give it a final marrying. And then I'm going to use that contour again. I'm going to soul patch it like the old days when I just used to use my finger. I'm going to go right here. And I am going to use Renaissance. I love Renaissance. We know that. Renaissance will be my forever. Seriously, guys, I lose everything. I need to get a better brush organizer. Multitasker. Getting Renaissance. And we're going to line our lips. And I'm going to make everybody mad. Everybody's going to get mad at me on the next color because it's not available. I thought it was coming back as a permanent color. It did not. So I've got Renaissance on, and then I'm going to go in Maui. So if you got Maui, grab Maui. Put that on with your Renaissance color. It is peanut butter and jelly. All right. All right, there we go. All right, so we've got to set it. I say all right, okay, and so all the time. I'm going to use Be Slick, and I am going to spray. And then I'm going to take my resetting powder brush. Just do that and it comes down. And I am going to set perimeter of my face. Bringing it in. I honestly, if it makes a little bit of texture, I'm okay with that. I'm going to take this fluffy brush, press it in. And I keep that with me. I'm going to spray setting spray. This just helps with the texture of the powder, that second spray. It's not for my makeup, it's for my powder. Taking a brush and just pressing everything together. And I get that nice, set, finished look. And this is how I beat the heat. I've done a lot of tutorials where I do beat the heat. This is another one. This is my new season because when I did it before, I hadn't tried Supergoop, and I don't even think they had resetting powder out when I did it because it was years ago. And so when it's hot and you're wearing your cream makeup, one, don't take it with you in the heat. It's just gonna melt, so just don't. Just go and take this with you. You could always tap it out. If it starts moving, tap it out when it starts creasing, because it is a crease. Crease is crease. There's nothing you could do about it, but less is more and it will minimize it. But keeping your resetting SPF with you in spray form or in powder form, depending on your skin type, is what will help you. And so I talk a lot, but I was able to do my makeup in 10 minutes. I talked for the first 5 minutes and I've been talking for like, I don't know how long now. But that is how I apply my makeup. This shirt's driving me crazy, but that is how I apply my makeup when I know I'm gonna be sitting in the heat and I'm not gonna be touching it up because I'm too busy spritzing and chatting. But I'm gonna let you know when my girlfriend releases her jewelry line, because it is gonna be whimsical and pretty. And these are so pretty. It's got little colors and I don't know if anybody can see it, but I'm really excited for her. I just need to get her to jump, man. Jump. Okay, that's it. Enjoy your day and have a great day.